and a little cool. Look at that humidity, 30%. Here we go, Taijuan Walker to James Wood, and we are underway at the bank. They start right on time, just like the Nats do. Here's the lineup with Abrams and Bell, Adams, Garcia, and Cruz, and then Lyle, House, and Hassel. So other than Josh, it's pretty much all the young guys today, and that includes Riley Adams and Luis Garcia as well. Franny's going to get you all set on Taijuan Walker in a moment. We will tell you it's his 10th career start against the Nats.
Yeah, 16th start this year, 27th game as he had some time in the bullpen. Got the loss on Saturday, 6 2/3, 6 hits, gave up 2 earned runs, walked 2, struck out 3. But he's been really good for quite some time now. Kind of forced the issue before Zach Wheeler got hurt to create that 6-man rotation that they were talking about.
Yeah. Well, the Phillies still hanging in there with the 4th best ERA in the National League at 3.76. And James was heaving a bit of a sigh of relief when we were chatting this afternoon about that opposite field homer. It's what he was doing on a regular basis when he was going so well. Finally got number 26. He's going to spit on that off-speed pitch. This place will be pretty full in a while. Great atmosphere. James draws walk number 70, and that's the 10th most. Phillies, by the way, are averaging 41,853 at home. Only the Dodgers, the Yankees, and the Padres have higher average attendance.
41, 42, 43 the other night against Seattle.
Well, that was a 3-day blitzkrieg, wasn't it? Oh, that's really close.
I mean, we talked about it last Saturday. Taijuan Walker, not only can he field his position well, quick feet, all this stuff, he's got one of the best pickoff moves in the league. And that looks like they got him on the shoulder blade right there.
Phillies are challenging.
He's got 3 pickoffs this year to lead all right-handers. I've equated him in the past to the guy I used to play with in Jared Weaver. Tall guys, lanky guys, but have the quickest and most accurate throws over there from the right side. I'm trying to look at... Yeah, they got him. Trying to look at it, but all I see is glow-in-the-dark shoes by Bryce. Those are sweet.
Well, now they've seen it on the video board twice here. This would be a rotten way to start the weekend after the leadoff walk. But I was chatting with Darnell Coles this afternoon, and he's really impressed with what some of the young guys are doing. The at-bats are getting better. The approaches are getting better. They're taking pitches. James just got his 70th base on balls. And this is going on for a while. And it has to be indisputable to be overturned. Here we go.
The field is overturned. The runner's out.
And that is Corey Blazer, the crew chief, who did make the call safe at first, and his call gets overturned. So John Bacon, 7-year veteran, has the plate. Junior Valentine out at second. Ryan Blakeney over at third.
Can they be better than what you just saw in the last 3 games against the Mets? Just asking for a friend.
You know, the Nats won 2 out of 3. That series is history, and I'm okay with it.
I mean, we laid it out right before the Phillies came to town, seeing the Phillies, Mets, Phillies again, and then the Yankees. And to think that you split a series against the Phillies, you win the home series against the Mets, and that's how you start out those 2 ridiculously tough lineups.
Yeah. 0-2 now to CJ. 2 for 9 with a walk against Walker, who misses away. Taijuan, not a big strikeout guy. 92 innings on the year, 65 Ks, and he's walked 28. And CJ, good eye. Getting things back even now.
And just the angle that we're on right here, it's a far, we're far on the shortstop side, so the misses look a little bigger than what they really are, I do believe.
He gets jammed on that one. And C.J. Abrams going to drop one out into center. So Walker fails to retire either of the first two batters. And a big spot for Josh Bell coming in.
It's a great cutter by Taijuan Walker. Better swing by C.J. Let's check out the pitch arsenal here for Taijuan Walker. StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud with cutter, splitter, sinker, slider, four-seamer, and the curveball. Lefties, cutter, split. I mean, it's really a two-pitch mix. He'll throw in everything else, but sinker, cutter, slider, split against righties. It's a vast arsenal against them.
Well, Josh has had a really good 5 weeks. 36 ball games now. It's probably the better part of 6 weeks as he's had a day off here and there. Hitting just under 300, and the OPS is over 810. So getting on base and doing some slugging. And the Nats have a good plan so far. They are just not biting as Walker baits them away. Taijuan, 225th career start. 33-year-old, 76 and 69. Give the big fella the green light here. Taking all the way. Josh left-handed, 13 of his 16 home runs.
This last 2 seasons, hard hit rate is raised to about 5%, barrel rate, and hit the ball hard on the right launch angle. Raised that quite a bit. My goodness. Guys, he's got a great, I mean, when you have 4 pickoffs on the year and you're right-hander, you have a great pickoff move. And CJ's not even that far off. That's not a lead that he's usually way out there.
Is C.J. running after that? Oh, he had a little lean, and that could be 2 in a row. The Nats will have a look at this one. Hasn't retired a batter and hasn't allowed a runner to leave first base. Nats will challenge. How about this? This has got to be a record. First 2 batters. Did Bryce miss him?
That's the question. Did he miss him? But watch Bryce's foot too come into the baseline. Oh, he Houdini'd that one. He's safe.
I've never ever seen 2 pickoffs attempts against the first 2 runners to start a ball game. Throw beat him.
Did he clip his hair? Honestly, that is the only question. No, he missed it.
Yeah.
And this is where we've talked about it with CJ before, going to the very outside part of the base. His ability to go beyond, right? You think back corner. He's going to the back corner. Yeah, he missed it.
We talk about this often. This is why left-handed first basemen have such an advantage.
Watching retain.
Each team has challenged successfully here, and C.J. Abrams lives to run another pitch or so.
Well, let's look at that Phillies defense behind Taijuan Walker with Kepler in left field, Marsh in center, and Castellanos in right. All good arms out there in the outfield. Bowman, Turner left side, Stott, Harper on the right with JT Realmuto behind the plate.
3-2. Runner is going, and Josh Bell stays alive.
He wanted that one. Good swing by Josh. Gets that cutter on the outside part of the plate, a little up. Just underneath it. Oof.
At times, CJ started, then stopped. Nice catch by a fan of the mezzanine.
Oh, right next to the little guy.
They're making Walker work. And now a third consecutive batter not retired. Take a short lead, Josh. Here comes Riley Adams. 2 walks around the blue.
3 fantastic at-bats. Taiwan Walker work. 20 pitches here already.
Yeah, the Nats close to the bases loaded, nobody out. Riley looking to elevate something here. We talked about the regular at-bats lately. He's hit safely now, not just getting on base, but hitting safely. 11 of his last 13 games. Hitting, 350. That is a foul ball called by Ryan Blakeney behind the bag.
How about that secondary by CJ, though? The fact that Alec Boehm tried to, that was fair, and he tried to get him at third base. There was no way. CJ was huge lead, huge secondary.
One the count. They play Riley straight away in the outfield.
Looking in. I mean, that is really good swing. Tight in the zone right there by Riley Adams. This is where they like to run that sinker off the plate in and then go cutter away, try to get him to roll over.
Riley 1 for 4 with a walk against Walker. The Nats have spoiled some good pitches here early.
That's a good idea against Taiwan Walker. Make sure he picks it up. It's got to be belt high early on for you to go after it.
Well, he sees it well inside. Down it goes. Might have been ball 4, but close enough.
Ton. That's the chaser.
Riley Adams out to the gap in right center. See you first inning later. The Nats put a 3 on the board after the frustration of losing a runner at first. And Riley Adams, number 8, RBI total shoots up to 22.
Smiley Riley, 107 off the bat. Well, the big boys hit him. Mikey Morris used to go up there into the bullpens. 3-2 cutter away. He stays through it, and what an absolute perfect swing. Just think about it. They're trying to jam him so hard, jam him to go away, and it leaves it middle part of the plate and staying through probably the most perfect swing he's had all season. Wow.
First row, 20th row, they all count the same.
Not for that guy that dropped it.
That's his problem. Riley Adams, 8th of the year, his 21st big league home run. He had quite the BP here today. And it's kind of a different day here in Philly. Very mild, very little humidity. And he just carried it right out of here. The Nats have hit their 121st. Still only one out. Luis Garcia next. This is a right-hander that's given him problems. 1 for 12, and the breaking ball drops in.
Well, how about Miguel Cairo? Putting Riley in that 4 spot. And delivering.
Big 2-run single yesterday, hitting 5th.
And to me, the 5 and 6 hole for Louis is like the most perfect spot, I feel like, for him. Like, you talk about an order and where you want Luis Garcia to be at.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, Luis Garcia thought it was down and in. He jumps back in for Walker. Strikeout number 66, 2 down.
You see a sinker, that front door off the plate.
Yeah, that's when the hitter's right, but he's wrong because of the call. And Dylan Cruz now, the number 6 hitter. Dylan coming off a 3-hit series against the Mets with a couple of RBIs, a couple of walks, spark plug on the bases, great defense in right field.
Been saying it since day one. He's different than most. People aren't going to see it, in the numbers, especially right now. But things change when he is in there. And I've brought it up about all my teammates I've had for a while, and Chase Utley and what he did, prepping himself every day to win. That's what I feel like when I see Dylan. The way he preps, the way he goes about his business on the field. His leadership qualities just by his presence alone.
Another long count. Joe Ross, who can go long if needed, already up for them. Oh, Dylan Cruz just got under one. Mile high out to left for Kepler. What a top of the first. Franny, we just about saw.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm only facing it all.
Averages in the league at 258. We'll set all that other stuff for you in a moment. But here's Trey Turner, who's on an absolute tear. He's on a 10-game hitting streak, averaging 2.5 hits a game.
Some would say that's good.
And some pitchers would say, yikes. In fact, most of them would. He was 3 for 3 against Cade Cavalli last Saturday. 2-hopper, Brady House right on target, and that's a big first out.
There's a huge first out here for Cade Cavalli. Some of the hits against Trey were obviously that sinker's in that ran in for the infield hits, but you're looking at the 4th start on the year, 16 and 3rd innings. That's number one. The one I would stand out and say is awesome. 16 and 3rd, 3 starts. Awesome. Continue on. 20% strikeout rate with the walks. Pitch his game. Stay aggressive.
Well, Kyle Schwarber building a legendary 4-year run here now. Cade Cavalli struck him out last weekend. Schwarber went 0-3 in that game. But starting with that crazy game Sunday that you were part of, Franny, and then into that sweep of Seattle, there are a whole bunch of Phillies coming out of that series with hitting streaks.
Yeah, well, that was like the Milwaukee Brewers against us.
Ooh.
I mean, very similar. Well, for Cade Cavalli, too, it's been the way that he's handled left-handers has been awesome so far. 4 for 33 so far. 21 average. Righties, it's a different story. His ability to get in on their hands, right? Like throwing that 4-seamer. Not afraid to go in on him.
That's a good looking pitch on 1 and 2.
It's a good pitch.
And not biting on the heartbreaking ball. Harper next.
And that's where you think that maybe he thinks he's got to do a little bit more on that one. Right? It was a perfect pitch on the outside part, maybe a little bit off that didn't get called a strike.
And he'll take his walks. That's 83 on the year, 4th most in the league.
Let's look at the Nationals defense behind Cade Cavalli today with James Wood in left field, Robert Hassel. Third, he is in center with Dylan Cruz in right. Best arm out in right field with House and Abrams left side, Garcia Jr. and Josh Bell on the right with Smiley Riley behind the plate. Even bigger Smiley today.
Well, here's Bryce. 7 for 16 in his 4-game streak. And Cavalli gets ahead with the breaker. Right now, Bryce in the league, 10th in slugging and OPS. Thanks to Schwarber. Sometimes there just aren't enough guys on base for him to drive in. That's why he's sitting at 60. While Schwarber's at 109. And even Trey Turner has driven in 59 runs.
That time off on the IL didn't help.
Yeah. And the guy behind him is hot too, their catcher. This one out to left center. Hit it so well it hangs up. Robert Hassel, the third right there. 2 down.
First changeup that we've seen from Cade Cavalli, and this one stays up. It's nice to get this one back. Those are the ones that Bryce over his career has been able to handle. Works down with that changeup. It's been fantastic. Up. That's the problems.
Harper now 0 for 4 against Cavalli. JT Realmuto had a base hit in that game last Saturday. He's 9 for 18 in a hitting streak that he started with that hit against Cade last weekend. So the Phillies are 5th in the league in runs and in homers. But the most important thing for them, with the Nats helping out last couple of days, they've opened up a 7-game lead over the Mets. Oh, nowhere to go on a fastball up and way in.
Is that Oklahoma on Oklahoma crime?
That's Cade Cavalli from Bixby, Oklahoma, drilling Midwest City's JT Realmuto.
That ball's what, 30 feet down the line?
At least.
That's a hard kidney. Well, I mean, look, there's a lot of things that Kate Cavalli's got to be able to do. He's got to be able to get in on the right-handers. Cannot leave stuff out over the plate. It's been hammered. You can understand running that sinker in on JT right there, trying to chase him in off the plate. Got a little bit around underneath that and takes off.
And a big spot for Alec Boehm, who the Nats didn't see much of last weekend, coming back from injury. But all he's done now is gone 6 for 16 in 4 games. And he's always been a bit of a Nats nemesis.
Just that way that Seattle Mariners series went for the Phillies, they rarely were trailing early in the game.
Yeah. The ballpark's full now, and they are being heard. It's okay to boo on a fastball. Not a slider or a changeup up there.
Nothing wrong with throwing a fastball just in general like that.
I'm right there with you, buddy. Then he follows it up with a great breaking ball away. Brady House is going to knock it down. Wisely choose not to throw. And the Phillies will load him up. Not hit hard, but perfectly placed.
Well, one thing you like, I like the aggressiveness right here by Brady. He does everything that you're supposed to, going towards first base. He's the guy that can get it. If you can get it, go for it. It just kicks up off the heel of his glove. All I know is that that ball stayed in the infield. Kyle Schwarber stays at third.
That's it. Infield hit. And here's Brandon Marsh. Marsh had a double against Cavalli last weekend. So here are the Phillies. I mentioned that 3-run lead. Never safe in this yard, and we've got a long way to go tonight. Good pitch. In on his hands. Cruising. Robert Hassel the third. Walk, hit batter, infield hit.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all. That's it! Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still. Hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall. Fear I weighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all.
Keep Trey off the bases. Why? Well, I think that just speaks for itself. We already know. Trey's already got 5 stolen bases in this little hit streak he's got. Early inning advantage. Playing behind, especially here, is hard to do, especially with the back end of the bullpen that they have. And you haven't seen a lot of early inning advantages in recent years here in Philadelphia. So Why not?
Let's enjoy it.
Can we enjoy it and keep going? But that's the other thing is you score, keep scoring. Get it going.
You nailed it with that first one, though. Because if Trey Turner gets on base, the Phillies most probably score. And down by the Nats dugout, this end of it, I don't know if there's some kind of creature down there or what. Guys were jumping around. We're told it was a Philadelphia South Side squirrel. South Philly, they call it officially.
Well, you don't really want to bring up a squirrel around here because of the St. Louis series years ago.
There he is.
A rally squirrel right in front of Skip Schumacher. Whoa! See the footwork by the grounds crew?
That is well done.
It's quick feet, ladder drill.
Let's see if it works for Dalen Lyle and the Nats. 2-0 already, and then Taijuan Walker on his 41st pitch slips that one by him. Phillies at home, 40-21. Really, the big difference is, we mentioned this last week, Phillies don't have a huge winning record on the road, but they are one of only about a half dozen teams in baseball that do. But the Mets have been horrid on the road, and that's one of the big reasons the Phils have a really good advantage over them right now. And there's another walk, 3 of them in the first 7 hitters, and you just heard some boos directed at their ball club for the first time tonight.
Nothing wrong with that.
Brady House. Goodness gracious, guys. These are all close. Be careful over there. Brady had a 3rd-inning double at Nationals Park yesterday. It's the one that's stuck in the outfield wall between 2 sets of padding. He's going to go the other way. Hit it sharply. Bryson Stott. Out is the call at first on a quick pivot by Trey Turner. Nats are going to take a look. If that one stands, it's a dandy 4-6-3.
Well, 4-6-3, what a play by Bryson Stott. Great swing by Brady House. Staying inside the baseball, driving it hard, hitting a 104 off the bat. Do what you can control. That's taking a good pass at a pitch that you can handle. Fortunately, Bryson Stott really good at second base.
That was really good by the Phillies. They're 79th of the year. And Franny, as a young hitter, he did everything right. You can't let that double play frustrate you, right?
Well,
keep doing it.
It frustrates me, but yeah. No, I mean, that's the big thing is when you're a youngster in this game, the success you're going to have is 28% of the time, right? I mean, you want it to be a lot more than that, but it's reassuring yourself that you're doing the whole thing. The process leading up to it is right where you need to be. Is it a chase pitch? No, it was a pitch that you can handle. It was in. Staying inside of it, you hit a 104 off the bat. You can't. What are you going to do with it? Well, great swing.
They probably saw him get 3 hits yesterday. All of them went in different directions. Left, up the middle, and then right. And that's going to bring this top of the second to a quick end after the leadoff walk. An adventurous first time through the order for your Nats.
Interrumpimos este video para recordarte que puedes
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the
Getting into late August here, just one day into the 4th week of the month. And for the Phillies, 7-8-9 in the bottom of the second. Kate Cavalli bended a bit, but did not break in that first. It's not like they knocked him all over the park either. It's pitch number 20.
This is their most aggressive hitter. One of the most aggressive hitters in the entire league. He did not take the first pitch today for no reason, because he's just swinging all the other first pitches the rest of the day.
Franny, we talked about the whole Cavalli seeing the Phillies again thing. I'm interested in the process from the hitter standpoint, from the offensive standpoint. What kind of things are the Phillies looking at to do differently against him?
Well, I think the conversation is being had, right? Like, this is a veteran-laden team. They're talking. They're making sure that they're on the same page, how we're going to attack them, how we're going to see them. Look, right-handers, they're going to have a different conversation than lefties. He wants to run that sinker off the plate. Can you get him onto the plate? How are you guys picking up the curveballs? Is there a way? I mean, they were out there early today with the curveball machine. It's the first time we'd seen Howie here, not with the bat in hand. He was fully loaded, ready to go, though.
I bet he was dying to hit a couple of hangers. Well, that's a good breaking ball away, and Castellanos, who has a pretty big wingspan, able to get out there and foul it away.
My thing right here is perfect curveball. He was way out in front, just off the end. Do not do more. Continue with that one. Don't try to add. That's when they hang.
Fastball challenge, and Castellanos has the answer on a ball that C.J. Abrams couldn't get close to. Saturday was some kind of day at our ballpark, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. In the City Connect, blue in the glove. He had the good curveball working, little sinker away. The four-seamer was great, the changeup. A lot of things in his advantage. Number one, I think more than anything, his ability to rein in some of those emotions early on, to give out that loud yell later, attack the zone, stay on the attack. Those 7 innings.
On the attack, Max Kepler in the number 8 spot.
And for you, watching this for year after year after year, there's something about a guy who does it against the divisional rival, like a divisional team, right? That just sends a good message all over the place.
That was a swing and a miss. Then the ball hit the ground and came back up and hit Kepler. And evidently Castellanos, who's now visiting with Paco Figueroa over there at first, had a hard time spotting what that baseball was doing. I thought he might be off and running.
Trying to stay through that one.
He felt the ball come up and like it hit him in the back of the batting gloves there. Or the bat. 0-2. Get some good pitches to jam guys here. Ready House after this pop-up, which is fair. And now down to Bryson Stott in the number 9 spot.
Nice job right there by Kate Cavalli. Win each pitch. 0-2, get that spot where you're on the attack, stay on the attack.
Bryson Stott, oh yeah, another guy with a 4-game hitting streak. 7 for 16. Toes to the grass for House at third. And a really good in the zone fastball down. And some double play. Stott and Turner converted a moment ago. I don't know how long they'll be together, but I'm not sure any duo around here will ever equal Rollins and Utley. Wow.
No, that's as good as him and was it Ronce and
the whole infield for the Dodgers.
For the Dodgers, I think that was the only
the whole
trio
infield
that was, like Howard, Utley, and Rollins, that whole thing. But
yeah, Garvey at first, Ronce at second, Bill Russell at short.
Well, we know that
Ronce over at third.
Trey's got the electricity like Jimmy did.
2 balls, 1 strike. Rolls in the breaking ball of beauty.
Man, that thing is sharp. We saw it in that start when he was 86, 88 with that curveball. It broke a lot, but it was rarely a strike. When he was at 84-ish towards the back end of it, that's when he was like just pounding the zone, getting strikes left and right.
Challenge fastball, and they place another one perfectly. Castellanos is going to challenge, and Robert Hassel III does the right thing by throwing into second. So here go the Phillies, 2 for 3 at the bottom of the order. And now trouble looming with Turner and Schwarber.
A couple things here. Perfect pitch, down and away. I mean, that's exactly the spot that you want if you're Kay Cavalli. He just beat you on it. Love the approach right there by Kay. Just pound the strike zone down away at the knees. What are you going to do? Castellanos, big secondary. This is the part that I feel like has separated the Phillies from years past. The ability, 1 through 9, to run the bases, take the extra base.
Everybody did everything right on that play.
Yep.
Here's Trey. Cade, as you said, made a good pitch. Stott got the bat on the ball with authority. Castellanos made the turn. And then Robert Hassel III did not give away the potential double play by throwing into third. Good baseball.
See if Stott takes off at any point. Just the way that Trey's been handling the bat.
He's 21 for 24.
Who, Trey? Is his streak?
That sounds like a Trey Turner hitting streak.
I mean, that's what it is. We were talking about it at dinner. Just a guy to raise his average. 22 points here in late August.
Unbelievable.
In a week is insane.
And then the crazy scenario of him hitting a home run here for his 1,500th career hit. And then later they changed the error in D.C. to a hit that he had on Sunday. So that became hit number 1,500.
So is that like Juan Soto hitting his home run
before he was even in the big leagues?
Yeah.
In the game against the Yankees.
Yep.
Yeah. Crazy things like that happen when games get suspended or calls get overturned. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good jammage.
Go. Nice.
Can Abrams turn it? Safe is the call.
What a play.
The ball was hit softly enough to make it almost impossible to turn 2.
What an effort by Luis Garcia. And then on the backside of this, C.J. Abrams. Nasty play on the backhand. Great flip. Lead him out front and then get rid of a strong throw. Great play by the duo. It just sucks that Trey Turner has to be the runner on the backside of this so fast.
Oh, that was awesome. Phillies get a run. Trey Turner, RBI number 60. Here's Schwarber with 109. Turner could be running. He's 31 of 38. And they're chanting MVP here. And they probably should. I'm sure there are a chance of that at Dodger Stadium on a regular basis. Only O'Neal Cruz has more steals than Trey. Schwarber frozen at the plate. Great throw by Riley Adams, but Trey Turner simply beat it.
Yeah, these big late kicks by Cade, I was wondering at what point are they going to start taking off with the guys like Stott, Turner, keeping him off the bases. This is the reason why. Lean and just... Sorry, I get jealous watching him run. What would it be like? Great throw by Riley.
Right on the mark. 1-1.
I mean, he threw that. He had a 187. It's one of his better throws that he's had all season as far as the time. That's how fast Trey Turner.
And their guy's real fast, too. Real Muto.
Oh, yeah. That's his average.
2 balls, 1 strike. Looked like Kyle committed, couldn't stop. He's a stat sheet stuffer. 2nd in slug OPS, 4th in walks, 2nd in extra base hits, 3rd in total bases. We've already talked about the league leading homers and RBIs.
Don't sleep on his 10 stolen bases, too.
I let him steal second base anytime he wants.
Who is it? Was it Juan has 20?
Yeah. Juan Soto,
Is that the first time over 20 for him?
I'd have to look that up.
I'm sure he didn't have that with the Yankees.
Juan Soto has exactly 20 stolen bases. And now the inning continues. And you just get the feeling the Phillies are grinding it and grinding it against Cade Cavalli second time around. He's walked Schwarber twice. That's better than the ball being in the upper deck twice.
Right. Well, and here's the other thing, though. The Phillies, when they were struggling, the offense wasn't going great. As they came to Washington, the back end of that trip, Game 1, after Game 1, they had only 7 walks in a 6-game span, or it was like 6 walks in a 7-game span. They weren't working the counts. They weren't getting deep there, and we're starting to see that here against Cade this time.
Franny, I just did the headset test because we have crowd effects, you and me in our headsets, all this noise. Engineered by a brilliant audio guy here in Philly, Joe McSorley, who we've known forever. But I took off my headset, and it's louder without the headset than it is with it on. And usually it's the other way around, whatever ballpark you're in. Not here.
We are,
It's crazy.
we're in the middle of the crowd, which is nice. Not on top.
Here's Bryce, who got a changeup first time and lined out to Hassel in left center.
There's something about seeing Cade kind of work his way through this whole thing, too. And we're getting that first chance to see him against a team second time around. Happens to be back-to-back, but his compete factor.
Last Saturday, after 2 innings, he had 29 pitches. Going to take him between 45 and 50 to get through 2 tonight. Turner at third. Schwarber behind him with Harper. Trying to tie this thing or give the Phillies a lead or at least chip away. Great changeup. He did commit. Brian Blatney says. Strike 2.
That changeup is staying up, though.
Yeah.
Just not getting on top. Did he go? He did on that one. The one he got ejected on the other day, he still hasn't swung at.
Hitters usually know, don't they?
Yeah. I never would.
Of course you. You never go like that when you're hitting line drives to the gap in right center. Come on. 1-2. Great breaking ball, freezing Harper. Well, folks, it's Friday night in August. The Nats are in Philly. Have these first 2 innings given you enough action so far? 3-1, Nats.
drives over there.
Yeah.
I'd say that's all right. Last 12 games, especially on the road. Been dominating.
And it looks rather effortless, doesn't it? Each pitcher threw 2 innings, 48 pitches. James worked a walk first time, then he got picked off. Then CJ singled. They thought they had him picked off. The Nats challenged. He was safe. And then Riley Adams took care of the rest of that inning with help from Josh Bell. And they've done a great job on that away side, not chasing.
Well, especially down, right, for James. And that's, I mean, that pitch is maybe a ball and a half more on the plate than the other one, the last pitch. And he takes that swing. They went split to cut, right off there. Bob, I figured out why it's kind of quiet in here other than the 3-1 deficit they have as the Phillies. The Eagles were playing, so therefore people are worried about preseason football.
Yeah, Phillies sports fans have it pretty well right now, at least with baseball and football.
Oh.
And James Wood stepped back from that as if he thought it was inside.
And it was.
That's number 3 for Walker.
And John Bacon, expansion, inner part of the plate. This, I just don't understand how you miss it. When you're set up in as the umpire, sinker runs back and never touches the plate. Anyway.
Here's Abrams. CJ has now been on base 8 of his last 9 games. He waited for that breaking ball. Let's have a look at our PNC insights as we focus on the Nats. Brilliantly boring since 1865. Road ranks. He likes the gray uniform. And this one, it'll play. We're getting close to twilight time here. Reaching up is Alec Boehm. 2 outs.
He's got to run. That's in no man's land, and barely touching first on that. That's got to be a double.
It's got to
be a double if it drops. And you set the tone on these. Just misses one. I get it. You're mad.
Put your head down and run as hard as you can. There are lessons to be learned in this game every day. And Ryan Zimmerman the last couple of days, Franny, and I know you echo this because you and Zim have talked about this. There are guys in the ball club that have to hold the young guys accountable when such things happen.
And young guys have got to hold each other accountable too, right? You can't just. I think we wait for it a lot. Yeah, we're sneaking up on you guys.
Well, Josh walked first time, and Walker's looking for, by far, his quickest inning. Oh, Bryce Harper.
That's a great pick.
He stayed quiet and then picked it off for an outstanding play. First team to go 1, 2, 3.
The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step, still hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear I weighed the person you are. Break out, I've got to see. Spend all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, I'm feeling discontent. I'm finally facing it all. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I made it
Zim and Dan asked me the other day, what's my karaoke song? And I gave like the nerdiest answer ever. Real Muto, Bowman Marsh.
I've never heard of
I know you're dying to know.
I am, actually. You got to check out the 11th Inning podcast.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh.
I've seen clips of me crying.
Was that where you answered it?
That was a rapid-fire question that came right before they ambushed me with the news about the last weekend. But I went all the way back to Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, the Beatles. And
which song?
Little Help from My Friends.
Oh, good one.
Sung by Ringo Starr.
Yep. That was one of my dad's favorites. Let me see. Ringo. They had big noses. That's why he liked it, because of that.
Well, I mean, thanks for that.
No, that's why he
said the half Italian in the booth with a large one himself. 2-1. Well, that's a good-looking heater on Kate Cavalli. I don't know. It's just... Are we being homers? Does it seem like it's going against our guy and not theirs? We'll see how things even out as the night goes on. Chopper left side. This one, fortunately, reachable. Brady House, solid play to get Real Muto. So more on Cade Cavalli. Here's Dan.
Well, Bob, you guys talked about the last start that Cade made against this Phillies team 6 days ago, picking up his first Major League win that day at Nationals Park. Cade told us when we had him on headsets during our broadcast a couple weeks ago that after he had Tommy John surgery a couple years ago, he had family and friends that went into the hospital room to greet him, and they all had eye black on. And it was kind of a symbolic gesture to say, you're going to fight, you're going to be a warrior, and we're all in this with you. And after that start where he picked up his first Major League win, his poem flies out to right center, I saw his parents waiting for him on the field. His father, Brian, who played at the University of Oklahoma, like Cade did, and his mom, Becky. And the pride on their faces, seeing their son having picked up his first Major League win that day, was just really cool. And I think sometimes we focus a lot on the player himself when he accomplishes something like that. And it's just, I think, kind of cool to think bigger than that and think about the family, the parents, after such an accomplishment.
Oh, it's such a big deal. And then today, the Oklahoma Athletic Director, Joe Castiglione, texted Dave Dombrowski of the Phillies. He said, you got to face two of my guys this weekend, Cade Cavalli and Jake Urban. And then, of course, he ended it with Boomer Sooner.
Isn't that the old Red Sox announcer?
No, not that Joe Castiglione.
I was like, he retired to go?
This is the soon-to-be retiring Joe C. out in Norman, Oklahoma. Wow. Recognized as probably one of the top 3 to 5 ADs around the country. And the thing about it is they're old friends. And there's a real good reason for that. Dave Dombrowski's wife, Carrie, is from Norman, Oklahoma. She's a Sooner. Carrie Ross, her maiden name. She was an ESPN anchor, one of the first women who really did great things at the network level. And so there's that connection between Dave and Joe C. But that other Joe C., a great favorite of ours, too, all his years on radio with the Red Sox. Cade Cavalli, Boomer Sooner indeed. Each pitcher.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a bit of discontent. I'm
imagine the top step over the rail there was his buddy Drew Millis. Catchers pulling for each other. Here we go, top 4. Do we have a pitcher's duel about to break out? 5 out of 6 for Cavalli, 7 of the last 8, and now 8 of the last 9 for Walker, with Trey Turner handling that.
This is one of those things against a team like the Phillies. You get that early run advantage, you got to be able to find a way to scratch and claw, maybe one across, one more, score multiple innings.
Well, case in point, Wednesday night at Nationals Park, the Nats led 4-0 against the Mets. The teams traded runs in the 5th. And then in the top of the 6th, the Mets scored 3, and everybody in the ballpark singing, okay, this one's slipping away. Well, guess what? The bullpen came out. Henry, Ogazuara, Beater, Farrar, nearly 4 innings of one-hit shutout baseball. And the Nats held on to win it 5-4, and that set up the rubber game victory yesterday. So baseball's so funny because, Franny, for a while it's so hard to get outs, and then all of a sudden they can come quickly if you're doing the right things.
If you're doing the right things, yeah. And then you got to be doing the right things on the offensive side. Stay on the attack. Good job right here by Louis, hunting strikes. That's the big thing is you get a guy on the ropes, you got to find a way to finish it.
Caught looking first time. Night falling here. Lights they still haven't taken full effect for fielders looking straight up.
It's a great sunset, though.
Beautiful. Garcia's going to reach out and pop one, and Alec Boehm got a nice jump on that, and that's easy for him.
Well, Dylan Cruz' debut bobblehead is hitting Nats Park on September 13th. It's the last bobble giveaway of the season, the first to feature the new City Connect jersey. Get your tickets now at nats.com/promos.
You know, it says Dylan Cruz on the front, down on the pedestal there. On the back, it should say difference maker. Because you used the word in the first inning, different, about him.
Yep.
And as you said that, the word difference, part of difference maker, was on my mind. So here's a ball up into the twilight. Stott, he sees it. And the Nats are making quick outs. Suddenly Walker, 10 of his last 11.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm finally facing it all. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still. Hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall. Fear I weighed the person you are. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm finally facing it
Well, that right there was the Ben Franklin.
Yes, sir. Well done.
The one right here.
Walt
is the Walt
Whitman's
Whitman.
down here by the ballpark.
Yep. I happen to know that.
Well, you should. A dive by Brady House, and Nick Castellanos is 2 for 2, and he's trying to ignite another run-scoring inning for the Phils like he did back in the second.
No, first pitch. What did I say last time? It's going to be the only time he's going to take that one. Some of the stuff that Nick Castellanos has shown over the years is going to be uber aggressive first pitch, but how about this year? 38 hits now. 795 slug, that's doing damage.
And it's probably like guys don't want him to throw a strike. Squaring very early Kepler. Brady House is playing out towards shortstop with C.J. Abrams way up the middle. So that'll keep Brady honest, and looks like he's about to go toes to the grass over there.
He's got 3 sacks in his entire career.
He also knows he's at the bottom of the lineup and some boppers are coming up. And really, Bryson Stott not exactly a slouch in that 9-hole either.
I think the other part, too, is that the lefties have really been dominated by Cade. Just didn't it? Short sample size here. And Kepler has not really picked up that curveball well from Cade Cavalli.
Pop up to House first time. 0-2. Right in on his hands, gets a little chopper. It hit the edge of the grass and made a right turn.
Yeah, but if you saw where this pitch was, how perfect it was down the zone off the end. I mean, you saw Kepler right there just shaking out his hand.
He's working up a good sweat tonight here.
He is still shaking out that hand.
Doesn't have to be 95 heater to put some bees in your batting gloves, does it?
Oh, no. Yep, he's trying to get that feeling back still. Look at him.
Inside, well hit. To his left and back a bit, Dylan Cruz. Might call that a productive out for the defense. No advancement possible. And Bryson Stott next.
I'm glad this is a line out, too, because it's one of those where you see a guy dominating with the curveball, and yes, he gets the out, but it was the chance that you're going to take on throwing him a heater up and in. He wanted no part of that curveball.
And Franny, this is one of those ballparks. When you come in here as the opposing team, fan, broadcaster, every time the ball's in the air, you hold your breath. Unless it's deep left center to deep right center. That's where it's good fly ball territory here, but everywhere else you just kind of take pause and you hope.
We went through like a 3-4 year stretch too where it wasn't playing small.
That was really interesting for a while. Breaking ball in there. And there are times, because of the elements, the temperature, the wind, that Wrigley doesn't play small either.
Wrigley has been playing enormous for 2 straight years.
Don Zimmer used to talk about managing 3 different seasons in that yard when he was at the helm of the Cubs. And that time, Castellanos, he had a lean going towards second. Bryson Stott snuck one with authority between House and Abrams first time up. Cade Cavalli's got another good left-handed batter, 0-2.
The only lefty to reach so far has been Schwarber. Oh, I take that back. Stott had his 2-strike single in the second inning. Schwarber's 2 walks. Other than that, he's handled them well again.
No way to hit that thing fair.
This is where I would double up in on a guy. You know he's cheating so bad to get to that fastball in. He wants to go change him away. Something away. Curveball away, change him away, something right here. Go double up.
Nats have turned 101 double plays, second most in the National League.
Oh, what a pitch. What a pitch.
Goodness gracious. Didn't saw off the bat, but he kind of took it right out of his hands. 2 outs.
Oh, tied him up so bad he couldn't swing hard enough to break it. Love the pitch. Great job. I mean, love to see how much pine tar is on that ball.
Top of the order, Trey Turner. 0 for 2, but an RBI grounder last time when he beat out a possible double play ball on a fantastic combo up the middle by Garcia and Abrams. Off speed, up and in. Well, the other guy's on a roll. 10 of 11 for Walker. Cade Cavalli right now, 3 pitches more than Taiwan at this point. But each handled early game traffic. And now pitching better.
Cade, I thought 3 or 4 changeups to right-handers today.
I think he's going to be ready for a New Jersey after this inning. Wide miss. Trey thought it was a heater. And then it wasn't.
When you get swings like that on your third time through, third look for Trey Turner on you. I feel pretty confident if you're Cade Cavalli.
Trey Turner has already 523 official at-bats. He is still 7 strikeouts away from 100. Putting the ball in play. Power, speed, you name it. But he gets overmatched on a couple of great breaking balls by Cade Cavalli. So strikeout number 3, a big one. Stop the presses. Turner's 0 for 3. And looking out toward Western PA. Beautiful night, August 22nd. For the Nats, 7, 8, 9 here, top 5. Some control, command issues early for Walker. Riley Adams took him the other way. Since then, the Nats, without a hit, only a walk. 2, Dalen Lyle leading off the second, blemishing his record since then. And of course, he was erased when Brady House hit the ball hard, but Stott and Turner turned it into a 4-6-3.
Might be a heads up over there for Brady. He got almost hit him on that foul ball.
And that time in the arc of the lights, the ball really started shining, so they have taken effect here. Just beyond twilight time at 8:02. What a night. Center City in the distance, beautiful sight. Reaching, and so's the second baseman Stott.
Too fast.
Dalen Lyles too fast. He's going to get a lot of those. So he's walked and singled, and the Nats finally get back in that hit column.
Oh, true speed kills right here. Dalen Lyle does so many little things right. This one, good split away. Run hard out of the box. My goodness.
Yep. His only objective was the bag. Wasn't ball watching.
4-1-4 on a pitch of what down and away. That's not a pitch that you're rolling out of there.
Breaking ball stays up to Brady House.
He reached 31.1 feet per second on that. That's elite level.
Locked up, uncertain. What a good day he had, though, yesterday. Double got it started. He pulled it into the padding, and another close one over there. Then Brady went up the middle and right center on his 3-for-4 day.
Bryce is telling him, no, he's safe.
Thank you, Bryce. You just saved us a minute.
Right. Well, they didn't trust Bryce. They just kept on going. He's like, dude, I'm telling. Wait.
Are they going to challenge now?
He just said he was safe. If a player says they're safe, you got to go with it. Can't challenge.
Philadelphia's challenging state call.
Oh, here we go again.
Really the big thing right now is Bryce does take that step into the baseline if they're going to call obstruction ever. It's hard to see.
I would call it a tepid reaction by the crowd.
I would say no reaction. You're going to lose sight of his hand, though, because of the leg. Nothing's conclusive, but maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, if we were to back it up, right at the last moment, it sticks there. His hand's still not on. He's tagged. He's still not on it. That's the only problem. Yep, see, they got him again.
This is crazy.
But it's not. I mean, here's what's crazy is that they're taking these leads and not having that one-way look right now. You have a guy a right-handed pitcher that has 3 pickoffs, now 4 on the year because of the James one. You can't get cozy out there.
The crowd has no idea.
And that time,
we kind of don't either.
That time, Bryce didn't even make the move over where he's blocking, so no obstruction would be, you can't challenge that, but I mean.
And this is the crew chief working first base tonight, Corey Blazer, having 3 of these.
See, Bryce was working on it. No. He went safe for the fact that he's working him for tomorrow's game.
For the plate?
For the plate. Corey, I got you. You're right, man.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is out.
Oh, my. It's happened again.
I just, again, it's a weapon that Taijuan Walker has.
And the Nats have played into his hands.
Multiple times. You got one lucky on it as far as the CJ.
Brady House now, the count's 1-1. He gets jammed and fouls it. Well, you hate to see base running issues anytime, but when you're ahead and you lose runners
on the road,
it does have a way of coming back to bite you. That's way outside, 2 down, not reachable. And for Walker, he's 1 batter away now from his 2nd time through the order. 4 Ks on the night.
I guess the other thing, too, is it's because both the pickoffs are leadoff guys. Right? So you get that or the walk from James, and then the pickoff, you're able to make up for it with the 3-run homer. Right?
Yeah, Walker kind of dug his own grave in the first with 2 walks, the base hit, and Riley taking him deep.
No, but that's like giving the free 90s, the errors, the walks, the hit by pitches on the defensive side. Losing outs on bases just by being picked off.
One ball, 2 strikes. And he went on a pitch up. Well, the first inning was brilliant by the Nats. Since then, not a whole lot. 1 walk, 1 hit. And
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm not replacing it all. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step, still hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear I weighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm finally facing it
Schwarber first, and a good pitch with some late drop on it. He has walked twice. On the year now, 84 bases on balls. Shohei Ohtani, 85. Juan Soto, 98. Boy, the Nats pitched Juan so well in that series. He went 1 for 12 against the Nets, and it was a homer
Well,
in a blowout game.
you say 1 for 12, Juan Soto. There's a reason for the 2-1 series win.
There you go. They pitched Alonso well, too. Pete Alonso against the Nats went 1 for 12 with 1 RBI and a walk. There you go. Shinosuke Ogasawara for the Nats. Nats, by the way, 4-1 at Atlanta. They're in the bottom of the third there. Chopper by the mound. I'm glad Cade missed it because Abrams was right up there behind the bag.
I'm not going to lie, Bob. I kind of wanted to see him catch that behind his back like that. That would have been impressive.
Well, a catch is fine. It's the redirect that I fear.
There you go. Great look right here at this. How close was he? I would say close enough.
I think Cade will know next time. Hey, I'm facing a lefty. CJ's going to be up the middle. So here comes Harper. That had some nasty topspin on it. Josh Bell tried to stab it. And Bryce, first hit of the night. And he has a 5-game hitting streak with 8 knocks. Real Muto is next.
I think Bryce, after strikeouts, I would love to know the percentage of first pitch swinging. The next at bat, he is. But he's a 54% first pitch swinging this year. This is 31st. First pitch knock.
JT's been hit by a fastball, and he bounced 1-2. Brady House. He's a catcher who's not automatic double play if he hits it on the ground. Still running extremely well at this stage of his career.
I mean, the speed that he has, 28.3 feet per second, is the same as CJ. Average on the year.
It's Real Muto turned 34 during spring training.
You would never have known. One of the most decorated Oklahoma athletes, high school athletes.
Out of Del City, a suburb of OKC. Two-0. That's a great 2-0 breaker.
So, I mean, his curveball's up today as far as the miles per hour, but I'm telling you, when it's 84, that thing is just filthy. The guy behind it, he thought the same thing. Why are you swinging at that?
This one looks good for the Nats. Hassel to left center. 2 down. Similar to the Harper drive back in the first inning. Alec Boehm, righty-righty with 2 outs. Now, about the pitch count, Cade Cavalli's at 81, 90 in 7 against the Phillies last time. 88 each of the first 2 before that against the Athletics and at Kansas City.
I think also for Shinosuke, getting him up and getting him up early, right? Still, bullpen stuff is new for him.
Right. Long-time starter.
We saw that with Brad Lord when he was in there. Earlier they got him going, better it was.
Well, this one looks good for the Nats, too. Hassel in right center. 1 out hit, not a problem. Cade Cavalli seems like he's getting better every
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm only facing it all. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still. Hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall. Fear I weighed the person you are. Break out, I've got to see.
Giving James some issues left on left. So why not start him a couple in, get him off the center of the pitch away. 0.94 whip on the year for Tanner Banks.
Freddie, how about that varied arsenal for a reliever? I mean, we talk about how many more pitches starters throw these days, and some of the relievers are kind of doubling up on what's been traditional as well.
Well, when you don't have the overpowering fastball, you got to find ways. He's done just that. Oh, what a job.
Flip it to left, why don't you? Kepler was playing way over there, so James Wood motors into first. With his first knock of the night, he's on for the second time.
Well, the one thing that, you got first base side of the rubber for Tanner Banks. He's going to try to run a couple in on the lefties just for show because it's that pitch away, and James he knew exactly what he wanted to do.
Abrams 1 for 2. And by the way, with that base hit by James, 2 for 6 career against the lefty Banks. CJ, really good success. 2 RBIs, 3 for 5.
2 for 2 stealing bases against Tanner Banks this year. No pickoffs, by the way.
And he's a lefty.
Yeah, ball in hand, though. That's one thing that you got to be able to see. Ball in hand means that quick pickoff move.
Bryce gets the out. Wisely doesn't throw. Wood was almost at second already on that slow bouncer. 3 unassisted. And now the Nats with Bell and Adams have 2 shots to get that run back. The Phillies scored way back in the second.
I like the choice right there from James, too, because a lot of guys might pull up. You never know. Softly hit ball to first base, dart it to second base. Hard hit, maybe you take 3 steps. Hopefully the guy throws it, you can get back to first.
And you talked about the varied repertoire for a lefty to make him effective against righties as well. Josh against this guy, 2 strikeouts, 0 for 7. Is he due?
Yeah, that's a good. What Josh is in that spot too, taking it like that, off the plate in. Slider, 4-seamer, and sweep. Change up at times to the righties. That slider almost plays like a little cutter though. Crazy big.
So the Nats get Walker out of the game after 79 pitches. He really finished well. Retired 12 of his last 14. Cade Cavalli sitting at 82 pitches through 5. Josh was ready. Saw it low. Works it to 3-1. Guy swinging a great bat on deck. And he will pass the baton to Riley Adams. 2 on, 1 out. 2 walks for Josh.
Kind of like this. We've seen this before. Riley up with 2 guys on today.
Do we have a caller?
I mean, I don't care if I call or not.
I'll take the suggestion.
I like the suggestion.
Absolutely. If you and I could predict things, well, this sport would be in so much trouble.
Yeah.
Banks gets ahead, so there is no matchup between these two. They've never faced each other. There's not a part of this ballpark not within reach of this big, strong catcher. Good rip.
Trying to go with that cutter. I mean, it's a slider, but it feels like where they're trying to go plays like a cutter. Miss up on that. He had one of those against Taiwan before he homered. Just missing one, fouling it back.
Riley, 5 runs batted in last 2 games. Huge. 2 out. 2-run single in the 5th yesterday. Got the Nats a 3-run inning. That thing looked to me like it played a lot quicker than 92 based on previous pitches.
Stay tall against this guy, just based on the fact he's trying to get you thinking away so you can bust that fastball in, slider in. They came in today, 628 OPS, both against righties and lefties? It's pretty consistent.
But isn't it great to see a guy who's really paid his dues now getting the at-bats he's been craving for a couple of years?
Yep.
Hanging tough, 3 foul balls. Nats have 2 men aboard for the first time since the first 4 minutes of this game. Two.
Oh, a great at bat here. Fall behind 0-2. Get it even. Foul off a couple good pitches here. Maybe get a mistake like he did the first time.
Adams to right, didn't quite get it. Castellanos can get behind this one. Good speed at second. He does the right thing by throwing it in there. And James Wood on the second out, over to third.
Just missed it. Good swing. Up and away, it's a strike. Stays on it, just under. Gave himself a chance.
Luis Garcia Jr. didn't play yesterday. They were starting Sean Manaea. And against the righty tonight, Walker 0 for 2, strikeout in the pop-up. But he is 2 for 7 career against Tanner Banks.
This should play right into his hands. A guy that likes to hit the outside part of the plate, stay on it, take your legs out. Yeah, perfect. Nice. Pull it.
If we get something away, Alec Bohm is playing spikes on the grass at third. It wouldn't take much to slam one by him. James can still get down the line pretty far. Garcia's going to get jammed, and this one will be easy for Marsh. The Nats strand a couple. First 2 tonight.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm only facing it all. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still. Hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall. Fear I weighed the person you are. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm only facing it all.
Five. It's time for the Case for Kids. Washington area Toyota dealers donate $50 to children's and at NIH for every Nationals pitcher strike.
Well, before they scored on him in the second, he had an 8-inning scoreless streak against the Phillies. One of the best ever by a young Nat pitcher, joining the likes of Joe Ross, now a Philly, Jake Irvin, and a man who hit a home run in his first big league at bat, pitching for the Nets. Tommy Malone races on to first. Josh to Cade. Plenty of time. Well done.
Tommy raked. Tommy hit a lot more balls off his bat that were harder than he pitched. Nice little way to start this one. Brandon Marsh rolling over a changeup.
Marsh 0 for 3. All right, here you go, Franny, the guy who loves to hack early, even though he didn't first time up. Castellanos 2 for 2. See what he gets. Fastball up in enough to get the foul.
And they're trying to run that sinker. I mean, you can see where Riley was set up. He was wanting run it in. He wants to get big right here. Let's take it off the hands. This is middle. You're lucky to get that one back.
27-year-old Cade Cavalli emptying the tank here in the 6th. That started. Corey Blazer says no swing.
Curveball down, firm. Nope. Swing miss.
That is lovely on 1-1.
But you could see right there, the pitch before was 2 miles an hour more. He was just trying to really get after that curveball. 85 on this one, and just the depth on it. What a beauty.
I mean, we talk about
between
this with
Trey,
ball guys, Franny.
Trey and Nick Castellanos, so far off on that curveball off the plate.
That one was hanging up a bit. James Wood hits off of him. Play it second. Safe is the call as Castellanos took a little veer to the inside part of the bag. He's 3 for 3 either way, and that's having a look at the play.
Well, it's going to short arm James right here. He tries to get a body on it. But how about the talk from Robert Hassel? Letting him know, go 2. Good throw. Staying with it. Giving yourself a chance. Yeah, the left hand gets in there. So this is hard as a second baseman. You're trying to position your body. Your body's not, like, you're set up one way, right? Like basically right shoulder to the left fielder that you got to switch up, and it's a different look to make that tag.
Did not get it. Kepler. Dylan Cruz will hit the cutoff man. Runner over to third on the second out. Well, I had already written down single E7, but evidently Nick Castellanos has been given a double on that play.
That's a single in E7. Nothing against James on that, but
right.
It wasn't a short hop. It was a little longer hop.
Yeah, I just
did a great job in coming back and trying, like staying with it. That's certain things you got to be able to show right there, like James did.
So we'll write down double. It's okay. Same result. There's Bryson Stott. Cade has thrown some really good down and in breaking balls to him. Shinosuke ready when needed. Although it's Trey Turner next, and maybe he's for Schwarber if the inning doesn't end here. It'll be an interesting decision for Miguel Cairo. Uh-oh. High in the air in this ballpark. Gone. Game tied.
I'll leave a four-seam fastball. Middle of the plate up. Bryson Stott's going to do this to you. 9th homer of the season. 102 off the bat here. Just right into that swing path of Stott. Almost reminiscent of that game in Kansas City where there's the one pitch to Salvador Perez that takes away from the outing when the outing was really good.
Stott with his 9th. Cavalli gives up his 2nd. And for the Phillies, their 157th of the year. Great pitch, and he still is in the game because it's Turner, the righty. This will be his last hitter no matter what happens. Well, that's a shame for Cade Cavalli. He got a pitch up on Castellanos, who was able to bump it out into left center. And from Stott, that was more than a bump. Strike 3 call. Trey Turner 0 for 4. He doesn't believe it. Top of the 7th coming up. That's
Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over
the Phillies why they are going to be dangerous going down the road up until the postseason, because they're not going to have him in the postseason. But between him and Duran and Strom, they got 5, maybe 6 guys that are high leverage guys.
80-game suspension for violating MLB's Joint Drug Prevention and Treatment Program, May 18th to August 18th, 4 days ago. Nats have some matchup numbers against him. Dylan Cruz 0 for 1. Dylan Cruz 1 for 2. And that's a good way to start the 7th, right after the Phillies got this thing back even.
I mean, you stay tight in the swing. How about this? Trying to jam him in, sinker. Perfect pitch, perfect swing. Nothing wrong from Alvarado on that one. But nothing better than a 106 off the bat, straight through the middle.
Dalen Lyle, lefty-lefty. Great bunch. Really good. Man, that's a fastball from Alvarado to Harper on the 1-3. And Dalen Lyle sealing the deal early. Lead run at second.
Paint with big brushes. That's what one of my former coaches, Tim Flannery, used to tell me. There's no reason to be fine on this. Get it out front. Perfect job. Deaden it. Make the pitcher field this one. And Dalen Lyle. Nasty left on left to do that one.
This is why you listen to your coaches. Things they say to you last a lifetime. And I've heard you refer to that more than once. What a great thought.
Him making you go watch Juan Pierre Bunn afterwards or Dave Roberts. It was the same thing.
Right side, unlucky. Ball tailing away, but Stott able to get to it. And Brady House has had 2 really good swings to that side of the infield without reward.
I'll tell you what, though. How about the read by Dylan Cruz, knowing exactly where the fielders are? If you don't know where they're at, you're taking off. It's not freeze and then get back. It's line drive, boom, go back. Great job by Dylan.
So it'll be Jacob Young for Robert Hassel III here. Cairo with 2 really good center fielders defensively.
3. You got to throw Dylan in there.
Well, of course, but he's playing right field every day. But I mean, for this situation, hey, mix and match, platoon them, and they both get some ABs. You've got 3 guys who could probably be Gold Glove candidates someday.
I'm not going to lie. I really do think with Robert Hassel, though, he's probably going, man, I crushed lefty. Thanks, Biggie. Appreciate it. It's a different beast. I mean, look, Jose Alvarado last year, 97. You get more 9s and stuff. And this year, he came out a little bit firmer. Everyone's thinking, oh, it must have been what he was suspended for. We're seeing a lot of 9-ins already.
Jacob is 1 for 2 against Alvarado. Healthy hack. Nats have been out hit by the Phils, 7-5. That's a great take on a ball under his hands. Not much he would have been able to do with that.
99.5.
By the way, Cade Cavalli, final pitch count, 95, 64 strikes.
And every single reason that he should have been out there last inning, no doubt.
Totally agree with you.
You'll have the Twitter armchair quarterbacks out there say, why is he out there? Because he's better than what you have coming in. Seriously, in that moment, how strong he was.
Runner on the move. Check swing by Young. Still working hard on that secondary.
Yeah, he's been doing this his entire time, too. This is just who he is. Work, little hesitation back. Gets a lot of pitchers to think, okay, he's not doing anything. Hesitation back, continue to grow that lead. Now he steals on that, but his secondaries are just different than a lot. He continues to work. 2 outs, getting big.
Jacob Young out to left center. It's got some carry to it, but not enough. Kepler's going to make that catch about 385 feet away.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still. Hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall. Fear I weighed the person you are. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it
Advil will leave.
Shosuke Ogasawara, 10th game of the season, 8th in relief, 5.5 ERA. Big situation right here. Not every left-on-left matchup is correct, especially against Kyle Schwarber. Bryce Harper, combined 26 home runs against lefties, those two. Forcing fastball, a changeup slider, curveball.
Schwarber, ground ball last time, 2 walks before that. And Ogasawara, he'll surprise you with that fastball.
And 2 on that one. I mean, as he's coming into the pen, you're seeing a lot more just four-seam slider against lefties. It's mixed in a curveball to steal a strike here and there, but the changeup, sinker, those kind of gone away. Beauty. Perfect pitch right there.
3-1.
I feel like years past, you'd see left on left, the slider just off the plate. Kyle Schwarber might chase that a little bit. Big difference this year.
Well done, 3-2 now.
I believe is 11 left on left homers against lefty relievers this year. 17 overall. Most since Bonds. 0-2.
Swing and a miss, a beauty. Late break. And a huge out here to start the bottom of the 7th.
Shosuke, get dirty right there. Switch up the slider. He swung and missed that with really 3 straight perfect sliders. One taken for a ball, and then 2 swing and misses just off the plate. Good job by Shinosuke.
Harper lined out against him last weekend. Trying to stay back on that. Franny, you've talked about this before. The importance of a bullpen having different looks from different guys.
Yep.
And there's not many around the entire major leagues who give you the looks that this guy does.
No, he's different as far as being able to mix in a slow curveball that he does first pitch. To have a starter's repertoire as a reliever, but we talked about it. He's condensed it down as he's gone into the pen.
Got his first big league win on the last homestand by getting 1 out, and the Nats need this to stay foul. That's why Brady House was hustling in case it had some spin on it. These young relievers lately, and I mean, Shinosuke's not the youngest of the bunch, but in terms of major league experience, he is, and they were fabulous against the Mets.
What was it, 29 batters faced, 24 reached? Is that it?
Jose Ferrer had a 7-pitch save.
Sorry.
Yeah. Look at this. Schwarber, Harper, both down swinging. So what's he got for the right-hander? Real Muto.
Just like that first pitch, throw that big hook. Curve on that. Right where Riley wanted it. His mitt did not move.
JT hasn't faced him. High strike. Cade is not in the clubhouse all by himself. He's out there with his buddy Jake Irvin.
And he was out before the game. What we saw from, used to see from Kershaw. Go out on the mound, get the visuals before everything. He's got a long day here.
Hey, he has waited 3 years for this. Love it. Down and in.
Changeup becomes his main pitch against the righties. Way out front of that one. Use that four-seamer to go right up and away now if he wants. But you got to hit your spots.
Three-two. Important inning here. Tie game. Nats have the top of the order in the 8th. Both bullpens working. And JT Real Muto somehow gets the bat on that.
That's changeup. The part that you look at is this is the last guy faces based on what he does against lefties normally. That's what you would think.
Real Muto reaches out and homers to left. 2 out homers killing the Nats tonight.
Really, you're trying to go down and away with a changeup, and this is where you got to hit your spots. We talked about it just 2 pitches before. Down and away, you might get a little rollover, but you miss middle. With JT Real Muto. Did this against the Mariners just the other night against Matt Brash. Changeup, swing path. 110 off the bat. He knew it.
Phillies catcher, 10th of the year. That keeps his hitting streak alive at 6 games with 10 knocks. And that's a crusher for the Nats. Phillies on top now after the Nationals had 3 runs in the first after 4 batters. Home run ball continues to hurt. 155 given up by Washington. Jackson Rutledge on the way.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm finally facing it all. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step, still hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear I weighed the person you are. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm finally facing it all.
Homer. I love when guys get fired up. Shows they care.
Absolutely. And next time you hope for better execution. Phillies so explosive. There's Alec Boehm. He'll sky one out of play down the right side.
Jackson Rutledge here, 47th game on the year for Jackson. 6'8", 241-pound righty. Got the win the other day against the Mets yesterday. Went back-to-back for him. Went 2/3 of an inning, faced two batters, got a strikeout, 7 pitches, 5 strikes.
Now Rob Thompson's got his bullpen all set up. But first order of business, get this bottom of the 7th over. Nice late break, slide piece. And goes with a fastball, blows it by him. 3 Ks in the inning, but a real Muto home run. Top 8, Wood, Abrams, and Bell.
I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step, still hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear I weighed the person you are. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm finally facing it The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got
Yeah, 54th game here for Matt Strom on the year. 14 holds, 49 2/3 innings, the 109 whip. I mean, between him and Tanner Banks, just not allowing base runners. Four-seam fastball, slider, secret cutter, change.
And the Nats, with a left-handed heavy lineup, going to see all of their lefty relievers here. Banks, Alvarado, and Strom. They get longer, of course, as Franny mentioned, with Jose Alvarado. James Wood's going to turn on one. Got to be thinking two here. Castellanos with momentum away from second base. Strong throw, but the big fella's in there. Ball gets away and it's retrieved, and we had a bit of a collision there at second base.
I don't know what went farther, the ball on that hit or Trey. Almost in left field. Ball smoked, sinker up in the zone, up and in, 112 from James. Get on top of one and just watch the big man go. My goodness. A little slippage right there, too.
You all right, Trey?
I think he grabbed the back of his leg and tried to push him over, tabletop him.
Trey blowing a bubble during that play as well. We've seen him do that. Got to advance this runner at least. Bone pinches in from third on Abrams. CJ, if you're wondering, one sacrifice this year.
Yeah, no sacrificing this time. You got to let your guys hit. Don't give away outs. Has been really good against left-handers all year.
Righties coming up in Bell and Adams. And CJ's going to pop it up into center.
Really good arm out in center field from Marsh.
Yeah, and not at all deep enough, not even close.
To me, it's not a situation where you bunt either. You got a guy right there in CJ Abrams who could put you on top, too, against the lefty. 4 homers left on left this year.
Ooh, this is interesting. Andres Chaparro, right-handed pop hitting for Josh Bell. And, of course, Josh much stronger all year from the left side. So Miguel Cairo goes with his lively new right-handed bat here.
Well, Bob, I don't think he's trying for a base knock in this situation here.
Chaparro, one career at bat against Strom, and there was a base on balls, and that breaking ball stays up. Andres had a couple of hits the other day. 4 for 16 in 6 games. He was 1 for 11 when he was recalled. And just off the end of the bat. Man. Out goes Turner. In comes Kepler. Trey's going to have it near the line. Nowhere for Wood to go.
Right when you see the pitch out of the hand, you're thinking hanger just off the end right here. Right, lets it travel a little bit, got excited.
Let's have another shot with Riley Adams. He faces Strom for the first time. First pitch, breaking ball, nasty downstairs.
The slider's been really good, especially how he's throwing. He's throwing a lot more against right-handers of late. Really trying to go in. You see the motion right there from Matt Strom. He knows he gets away with one right here. Riley, middle fastball, just a tad tardy. Right there, fastball away, good swing. Got him leaning out over there. You think he's going trying to bury this slider in.
Swing and a miss. Nats down on strikes for just the 6th time all night. It's been a battle.
I confess pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still.
This is the part of the different looks that you're going to get from any left-hander. You go Shinosuke, a little more over the top. Look down low right here for PJ Poole. Forcing fastball, sweeper, and a changeup.
Fastball runs off the plate in. Ouch. And that thing had some severe dive into the left-hander. And he wore it. Andres Chaparro, after hitting for Josh Bell, setting up at first base, and Jacob Young's been in center field since he hit for Hassel in the top of the seventh. Great breaking ball. How do you follow up something down and in? Down and away for the swinging K.
It came into the game over a 40% strikeout rate versus left-handers. Left on left, you want swing and miss, there you go. A lot of guys that have been down there from being a lefty and making a nice living out of that. Probably Lopez being one of them. That was a similar look.
Pulling the string, 81. Castellanos just about untied his shoelaces on that one. First time he faces the Nats lefty.
Saying right there, John Bacon. Ball or strike? They just told him ball. Okay.
They never do that, do they?
No, they tell you. They'll let you know. It's when you ask them when you take a strike and it's, so is that ball or strike?
Of course,
that's
I got
part
it
of
right.
the question. You know what I mean? Like that's part of the questioning part.
Yeah. Castellanos, a big night. You can make an argument he's the reason the Phillies are ahead, even though he didn't hit the tying homer or the go-ahead homer. But he's 3 for 3, and he scored twice. Here he is, Joan Duran. Huge pickup by them.
Now 1 second left. Of course you're going to get the boos. Fresh haircut there for PJ Poole.
More on the Nats lefty. Hey, Dan.
Hey, Bob. Well, this is what the last 5 weeks of the season are for the Nationals, is giving guys like P.J. Poole an opportunity to show what they can do at the big league level. We've talked about it. He was claimed off waivers from the Tigers, had never appeared in a big league game before, and on the last homestands for the Nats, he made 4 appearances against the Phillies and the Mets. He went 3 2/3 innings, struck out 5, walked just 1, only allowed 1 run, and struck out Juan Soto and Bryce Harper. This one will go to the track where Dylan Cruz will make the play. So throwing your guys into the fire, Bob, giving them a chance to show you what they can do. And for PJ Poulin, here he is. He had to wait a long time for his first major league chance, now 29 years old. But getting outs at the major league level and doing it against some of the best left-handed hitters that there are in this league.
Dan, how about those smiles too? And you're like Soto and Hart?
Yeah.
And he was all fired up.
He was, and
Like,
you
my
totally
goodness.
get it, right?
Yes. Doesn't take it for granted. Love that.
Well, and this whole thing about young players as Harrison Bader hits for Max Kepler, Franny, it extends beyond there to something we talked about a couple of innings ago. Sending Cade Cavalli out for another inning, enemy territory. You find out something about the young man. He made a bad pitch and gave up the 2-run game-tying homer, but he wanted to be out there, and this is a learning process for these young Nats.
And if you didn't want him as a Nats fan to be out there, that's on you. Because his stuff was so good tonight. And the way that we were seeing those swings and misses up until that, every time it could be about one pitch that he makes. Oh, I should have taken him out because he made that one pitch. I don't care. His numbers against lefties, he was dominant against them, and the swing and miss is way off the plate tonight. I'm in. I'm always in on that.
1-1. Poulin kind of darting that one and just missing. So Bader for Kepler, and he'll move to the outfield. They could put him in center and move Marsh over. We'll see how they play it. And the fastball with a little giddy up on it, and the foul tip. Ski right too. In the ninth, the Nats will have Garcia, Cruz, and Lyle. So lefty, righty, lefty against Duran, the right-hander, who's 22 out of 24. But his percentage with the Phillies even better. Bader disposed of. Good inning for PJ Poulin to keep it 1. Light show coming, and it's Garcia.
That my mind is breathing in. Great God, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm finally facing it burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still. Hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall. Fear I weighed the person you are. Great God, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm finally facing it The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh.
Nats hoodies, t-shirts, and more. Rip your Nats in Style Shop now at MLBshop.com. Yohan Duran, 57th game of the season. 22 of 24. Those 2 blown saves, not in a Phillies uniform. He's pretty much been perfect so far as a Philadelphia Phillies pitcher. Using the four-seamer a lot more. And oh, by the way, 97-mile-an-hour splitter.
That's not fair. Come on. Luis Garcia Jr. against him, 1 for 4. And, of course, the Phillies had a big-time scare last weekend when Paul DeYoung hit him with a line drive. On the field for a long time. Barely able to walk off, and here he is. Back where he needs to be. Did he go? Ryan Blaney says yes.
Ryan Blaney was saying yes from the beginning, like he didn't even check. I mean, that is awful. Tap your helmet. Let's go.
Well,
the first base umpire has been challenged 5 times tonight. Sure, he could challenge him.
and now Duran gets some momentum here. Dylan Cruz 0 for 1 against him. Base hit last time, a 1 for 3 night.
I know that the entrance that he had, Duran, in Minnesota when we saw it was nice. When it's a sold-out place and they have it, that's a different beast. This place is going crazy.
44,757 tonight. That's 1,800 over the stadium's capacity somehow. Dylan Cruz down the line and right. Digging hard for second. Hoping Castellanos has a glitch. He gets it back in. But the Nats tying run at second base, and that'll quiet this big house down for a moment as Dylan goes 2 for 4.
Dylan, after missing the first pitch of the game that he hit out to left, we're going back to back. Base hits off of guys throwing 97 to 100. 102 on the pitch, 103 on the exit velo.
That's what you call turning one around, even though he didn't pull it. Kalen Lyle, second at bat against Duran. Tailing away. Well, other than Tuesday night, when the Mets game slipped away, the Nats have taken the top 2 teams in this division for the last 3 games and battled them right down to the end, winning a couple. Nice. And trying to get one tonight. Here's Cruz coming around third. Ricky Gutierrez sends him. He is safe. Ball gets away. Lyle to second. And the Nats have hung Duran with his first blown save as a Philly.
Dalen Lyle, you rake, buddy. 97 down and away splitter, just a sweet swing. Didn't hesitate for a moment. He thought that ball was going to maybe stay up just enough, but Dalen Lyle's keeping his eyes on everything, making sure, gets through, get to second. Here we go. We got action.
Still only one out. Brady House is next. Young Nats battling to the end. What a sequence for Cruz and Lyle. Both of them 2 hits tonight. Brady House has hit the ball hard twice the other way without luck. There's a huge hole over there. Harper way off the bag, 20 feet or more. And then Stott shading up the middle.
Think about it. They've given up 8 2-strike hits this year.
Runner going, off speed away. The ball is in left field. The Nats have taken the lead.
Woohoo! Dalen Lyle. Duran, 10 for 11 stolen bases against. Look at Dalen feeling it. That's the youthful energy Nats have been looking for. John Buelow on the back end. Cool and calm.
5-4 Washington.
Old vet saying, okay, can we get this guy up here? Ready to go?
Brady House takes one low and away. 3 minutes ago, this ballpark was getting ready for a 44,000 fan party. The Nats have shut it down here. Still only one out. And now Brady House 3-1. He's going to turn and just missing. Landing foul. Might have crossed over the bag, but it's where it lands on the line drive.
So a lot of this, when you go up against Duran, you got to just think sinker, four-seamer. If you think split, I think the bat's going to stay like that. You think more sinker, that's where you get the 98, 99s. But the kid, back-to-back road games, Kansas City, go-ahead RBI. Oh, next game here, he goes big tying hit and then use your legs to create the go-ahead run.
Orlando Revolta for the 9th. Jose A. Ferrer got 4 outs yesterday, and it took him 28 pitches after a quick save of only 7 pitches on Wednesday night. But not available, obviously. And it'll be the biggest spot of Orlando's young career.
He was like, look, man, I would buy you dinner if I wasn't a rookie as well. I make the same as you. We'll go get dinner, but we'll do it on a vet.
Yeah, somebody not making the minimum will happily pull that or pick that up. Jacob Young, 0-2. We're going to make Duran throw at least 18 pitches here.
I know JT caught that weird, but that might have been more middle than anything.
Got a piece of it.
Everything has been upper 90s. And then he throws the curveball.
Every additional pitch the Nats make this guy throw, it'll help later in the weekend.
Good swing. Trying to explain 97-mile-an-hour fastball against somebody, but how about 97-mile-an-hour split? Trying to explain how to make an adjustment on it. You can't. You just react. Use your hands.
Yeah, there's no track record of such things. Nope. What a sequence for Lyle. Single, RBI, steal, scores. And Jacob Young's going to make Duran work even longer here in the first time they ever meet.
Quickly, Joe Ross is getting loose. Right there. How about Bryson Stott running in from second base as he saw that the pitch clock was going way down. Very heady of him. JT comes out to top.
3-2. Jacob Young can't get to it. 3 strikeouts in the inning, but Cruz and Lyle manufactured it. uncharted waters for PJ and maybe